Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike Air Max Hyperposites. As you can see, it comes in the orange Nike Performance box. I'll give you a quick look at the label here. Air Max Hyperposite, size 9.5 US, and the official colorway is charcoal, atomic green, and black. So I'll get these shoes out of the box so you can get a good look at them. This is one of those shoes that recently released from Nike that hasn't been selling all that well. Not because I don't think it's a bad performing basketball shoe, because this is a performance model. I think the retail price is too high. It retails at $225 US, which is by far the most expensive kind of inline performance model that's not a signature model that Nike currently makes. And I think it's a good shoe. I think more people would give it a try. It's just $225 seems like a lot of money to pay. That doesn't have a signature name to it. It's not a LeBron, it's not a Kobe, it's not a KD. And while that might not seem like much, it's really just some branding on the shoe. It does make a big difference as far as kind of determining how much the shoe will sell. Because I'm sure if you put LeBron's name on this, it would be kind of flying off of the shelves, if you will. As far as the shoe itself goes, I'm very, very happy I was able to get a pair below that $225 retail price. That's just kind of crazy. And I will have buy it now links to pick these up for yourself at below retail if you do want to pick up a pair for yourself. On the review page on my website, you'll find a direct link down below in the description. Really big fan of this shoe. Probably won't use it as a performance model, but I'm just a big fan of how it looks in general. That Hyperposite material just really gives the shoe such a unique, spacey look. Very modern looking basketball shoe, and it's actually very, very comfortable as well, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the on-feet portion of this video. As far as the Hyperposite name, the name basically is kind of describing what materials are used on the shoe itself, and that is Hyper, which stands for Hyperfuse on the upper itself, and then Posit, which stands for Hyperposite, which is that Hyperposite material you can see running along the outside. If we start off with the colorway itself, the colorway is mainly gray and atomic green. There is actually no black on the shoe at all, like the name or the colorway name suggests. It's pretty much all that gray or charcoal color with atomic green, and even the atomic green definitely looks a lot more like Volt in person than it does like atomic green, especially the outsole, as you guys can see. Definitely more of a yellow than a green in person anyways, but not as bright as I expected it to be. And I really like the look of this Hyperposite material in gray, which kind of has like a metallic shine to it. Almost looks like metal in person, which I think looks really, really unique. As far as the materials on the upper itself go, we'll start off with the Hyperposite material, which spans pretty much all the way around the upper. The only place where you're not going to find Hyperposite is going to be right here on the instep. So it starts here at basically the inside of the forefoot, runs all the way around. You have your one Nike swoosh in atomic green, goes all the way around the toe box, goes all the way along the outside of the shoe, and then of course around the ankle area, going up kind of halfway up, you have all this Hyperposite material going around the back of the heel. Again, another big Nike swoosh. Those are the only two swooshes you're going to find on the upper. And then of course it goes up the side as well, just to support you on both the inside and outside there. And this Hyperposite material is really, really solid. I believe this is the first modern implementation of Hyperposite that actually features a full-length 360-degree air unit as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. I can't think of any other shoes that have featured Hyperposite and an air unit that's full-length. So if you do know that answer, go ahead and leave that down below in the comments, but I think I'm right there. And then as far as the upper itself goes, of course it is all that fused material. You have a little bit of ventilation here on the outside and inside of the shoe, and it is that kind of plastic fused material all the way on the tongue as well. Again, a couple little spots there for ventilation and mesh. And then of course you do have that Hyperposite logo on there, which I think looks really cool. You have that like matching waviness or fingerprint look to it that you're going to find on the Hyperposite material itself, as well as the bottom of the outsole. As far as the liner goes, it is that charcoal gray, and then the insole itself is that atomic green color or Volt, with all kinds of different logos on there, kind of talking about the performance features of the shoe itself. As far as the midsole goes, you're going to see you have a gray midsole made of a Phylon foam with that Max Air logo right there on the back of the heel. And then the majority of the midsole is that air unit. It's a basketball-specific 360-degree air unit with that atomic green bubble on there. You can see right through it. Very cool. I love the look of the Air Max unit. And as far as basketball air units go, it's a little bit stiffer than what you're going to find on like a runner air unit, like the Air Max 2013, for example. As far as the outsole itself is concerned, it is kind of like that atomic green color. You have almost what looks like a foot map pattern on the bottom there. It's kind of all different kind of wavy designs, no particular order to it. Somewhat herringbone-like, as you guys can see there, but for the most part it's kind of like a unique pattern altogether. You have a little bit of Phylon foam running through the heel there in gray, and then of course you do have your one gray Nike swoosh there. And because it is somewhat translucent, you can see some of the air unit peeking through at the bottom, if you guys can see that on camera. Kind of a cool little touch there. For the most part, really happy with how this shoe looks. And people were saying that it's kind of heavy. I didn't think it's heavy at all. It has a listed weight of like 16.9 ounces, which seems really heavy, but in person, at least in a size 9.5, that's obviously not too big of a shoe. It feels pretty lightweight in my opinion. So that's pretty much it as far as the unboxing portion goes, and we'll move on to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes look. Alright, here's a